Next segment, man. Hey, we're back, man. Like, I am doing something that's different, guys. I am interviewing the engineers today, y'all. So we got another aspiring engineer. I've been knowing this guy though. How old are you now?
29.
I've been knowing this guy 29 years, man. All right? Okay, I've been knowing this guy 29 years. He's close to me. He used to, when he was born, he used to come to my room all the time and play with me. I used to pick him up. And he's been, doing his thing for years. He does a few things. He raps. He does beats. He's a great engineer. And I just wanted to ask him some questions, man, because I wanted to, because he was really good in sports, really good in sports. And he stopped playing in high school. And I want to just ask him a few questions, man. So first of all, man, like, tell people who you are and where you're from.
I'm Donnell Hayes, engineer, artist, producer, videographer as well. From Cleveland, Ohio, but I grew up here. Decatur, Georgia. Most of my life here in Atlanta. So
What school you went to?
went to a couple of schools.
Okay. What high school you went to here?
I went to Lithia Springs and Morrow.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
So,
That's cool. That's cool, man. So what are you doing now? What are you doing now? You're just an engineer?
I'm engineer, still doing artist work.
Okay.
Started a label with another side of my family.
Okay.
We started that. It's going on. We have a clothing line attached to that.
Okay.
More music, producing for other people. Just music.
Okay, so
Work.
let's talk about sports, man. Let's talk about sports a little bit. Let's talk about why'd you stop playing sports in high school? And explain to me your mindset and what happened, because I want other people to understand, your story a little bit.
So for me, I just recently told you about this. I don't think you really knew for years, but I didn't purposely choose to stop sports on my own in high school.
Okay.
High school have this thing with rules where when you move a lot and you're doing a lot of going to school from school, they have to put boundaries in place for students not to be able to AAU their way into schools, if you get what I mean by that. As in, you can't just come to my school and think you're going to play this year or things like that. So my last 3 years of school, I just had a lot of moving going on. So that stopped me from really playing sports. Now that took a toll on me because I thought sports was going to be my thing, not music.
Okay. Okay. Give me a story, because you've been knowing me all my life, and you seen me grow up, man. Give me some things about me that maybe people wouldn't know, or a funny story or something that's serious. It could be whatever. It's something that maybe people wouldn't know, about me growing up.
Um,
Or give me something that maybe you learned from me growing up, when I was living with y'all, or when you was over my house.
okay. So I was about to say most everybody mostly know you show your personality all the time, so people know most of that. But for me, um, just being around you, I always knew you're the person that you gonna get stuff done. You gonna get it done. You gonna be the best at it. You when it came to sports, back to the sports things, you made it a big thing with me to be the hardest working person on the field. You used to come to me and be like, "Would you when y'all ran laps? Was you in the front or was you in the back?"
You know, I always ask that question.
so that little stuff like that made me understand he was just putting me in the mindset of you have to show that you're the best. You can't say you good at doing something or whatever. You got to really put in effort. You know, that's just how you was. You just big on you mean what you say. You a funny person. You do love music. Like people see you be in your serious mode, but people don't know that you can get silly for sure. You're a different character, and
Yeah.
you big on. And I respect you on the music side too, cause you like good artists. You
Yeah.
don't just
Yeah.
like anything.
Right.
So
Right. No, that's
I
real.
would definitely say that's the what I can really think about you. They mostly know a lot of stuff, but
No,
I know you've been
nobody knows. Like I really like music. Like I'm a big
yeah.
music guy, and I love all different kind of artists. You know
No,
what I'm
for
saying?
real.
No, so I'm telling you a time, man. I remember, and you probably remember this time, man. You was playing a band. I think you was in ninth grade, and you was like, man, I'm not on the front of the line of the band, man. I'm not on the front of the lines. I'm in the back, man. And I'll never forget, because like one thing that I tell people all the time is teaching is universal. Like hard work is universal. Like if you like that's my staple. And if you know how to teach or you know how to work hard, it works in any industry. So I never forget, I told you, and I was playing my John Legend song, and I was like, hey man, just start playing the beats
Yeah.
of the songs,
I
man.
remember with the drum pad.
Yep.
I am
said,
not even the full drums.
just
on a
start
little
playing the
pad.
beats with the songs, bro. I said, just start doing that. Do it every single day. Do it all the time. And I never forget, man, you came home one day, you was like, Tony. And that's my nickname. Y'all said, y'all probably don't know that's my nickname. Tony, my nickname, all right? You was like, Tony, I'm starting. I'm in the front of the line. I'm in the front of the line now.
Yeah.
And I was like, what made you get there? And you was like, I just worked hard at it, man. I worked hard at it. And I knew at that moment that I could teach. Because again, I've never played any instrument, but the little recorder back in, the recorder. But I just know that if you work hard at something, if you put your mind to it, and it works out. And that, to me, that's universal in any industry. Like you really gotta work hard at it. Like it's not gonna just come to you. Nobody gonna give you anything. Yeah. And I think, man, you butt heads, over the years, because I was so blunt with you and so straight up with you, like, bro, that's not gonna work, bro. Like unless you do this, and you wouldn't listen to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, just do the work, put in the work. But it's cool because give me the mindset of why young kids don't listen.
So for me, younger me, I can't speak for Frank. Younger me. For me, what it was, younger me at the time was, and you say you don't like the ideology behind, I'm gonna figure it out myself. I'm gonna go through the fire myself, even though I know people get burnt when they go through the fire. It's a thing of not rebelliousness, but it's more just I don't know. Learning on your own or experiencing stuff for yourself give you a better perspective on it because you experienced it. And I'm starting to learn, like, it's now we have all these shortcuts. We have all these things you can jump over the fire now. You can literally walk over the bridge that's built over the fire. You don't have to go that way. So I'm learning that now, that you don't have to take certain paths. But I think that's just what it is. It's just having that whole thing of, I want to experience myself. I want to make sure if this is what I want to do, I want to see what mistakes I'm going to have to make. Because I may not understand certain mistakes still, even if somebody made it before me. I still won't really understand, know what that experience or what it feel like. I may like how some people come from certain backgrounds. You may have I put you on this job and the person didn't work for that job. You know what I'm saying? So it hit different for them because they didn't experience that you really had to work hard for something. They didn't go through the fire, they didn't go through the trenches. Yeah. Just like in certain aspects, I know, like if you think about for an engineer, I know it'd be different. If someone walk into a studio and becomes an engineer in the studio and then interns can be like, I didn't go through the fire like I did. I think that's what it is. And most people just want to go through that fire, really experience things for themselves and make their own mistakes. And I think that's where it was for me, where it's like, yeah, you made your mistakes. I can't learn from your mistakes fully because it may not be the same exact path. You know what I'm saying? We may be in the same neighborhood of mistakes, but I went down a different street of mistakes than yours.
And that was my issue. I'm like, bro, you don't got, you get well, that don't work for my industry. I'm like, it does work for your industry, though. It's the same concept, man. It does work, man. You gotta just do it, man. So I think a lot of young people have that. See, I think here's the issue. Everybody you see, they be like, I'm self-made.
Yeah.
And you be like, I can do my own. And it's like, no, man, if you got somebody willing to help you, and you may not like the delivery, because again, my delivery is off a lot of times, y'all. I'm letting you know my delivery is not great sometimes.
But you're not gonna forget what you said because your delivery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I always remember what I say because I say things with intent. I don't a lot of people, they just talk. They just be talking, and I make sure I listen to what you're saying, and I say things with intent so you can remember that conversation. Man, I remember when you yelled at me, and I'm like, bro, Like, yeah, because I wanted you to feel that pain. I want you to feel how I'm feeling. And I think a lot of young guys, they want to do things their way. Like, and it's like me learning as I got older, I learned that relationships is key. And you can skip the line if you know the right person and you do the right things.
Yeah.
But like, you don't gotta go through the fire. It's like, and I always told you, I'm like, bro, you got me. Like, you don't, like, whatever you need, I'm gonna help you. Like, you don't gotta struggle with that part of your life. You got me. And I think a lot of young guys don't want that. They want to feel that victory of, I did this on my own.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm big on that.
But the problem is, we wind up struggling for longer
sometimes
than we should have at times.
I learned that, for sure.
But going through those struggles made you how you are today, though. It made you realize that, okay, I got to live a certain way. I got to do certain things differently. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, guys, we're going to take a quick break right here, guys. This portion of the Tatum Podcast is brought to you by... Hey guys, we're back with the Tatum Talks podcast, man. I'm here with Donnell Hayes, man. This is actually my editor. If you look at some of my videos on Instagram, he's the one that edits all my podcast videos. He's the one that does the captions for me. So he's behind the scenes working. For years, he's probably did for me, I know, over 100 videos.
I was about to say hundreds.
Hundreds of videos he did for me. So behind the scenes, it's the guy that works for me behind the scenes. I'm a social media manager. So like, if you want to get with him, this is a good person to get with. Donnell, I'm gonna ask you some real stuff, man. You how do you know?
29.
All right, so give me some advice you would give a 16-year-old, your 16-year-old Donnell. Like what right now? Give me 2 things you would tell yourself at 16 that could alter your life.
Patience and listening. I feel like I like I said, when I went back to, I couldn't play sports at 16 no more. I was done. I was over with. I realized it's because I wasn't being patient. I was too busy trying to do too much. Just slow down, be patient, be strategic about everything that you do. I know it's harder as a kid, but just kind of learn that, put that in perspective now. Just be patient about stuff and listening, like really hearing what people saying, like not just taking it in one ear out the other. That you're not gonna get nowhere with that. And I learned that. I definitely learned that. That's the biggest thing I learned. Not listening about from certain things, like you said. But that was the biggest thing. I'll tell myself to listen, be patient about stuff. Not too patient. Like now I'm more patient, but in some fields you can be patient the wrong way. But you gotta know when to be patient. Stuff. Not do so much. Do stuff that makes sense. Not do stuff just because you feel like it makes sense. Make it make sense. And yeah, just not be so immature.
Okay.
Grow up.
So if you can go to a school right now, and you could talk to some young athletes, man. What advice would you give them?
Pretty much that same thing. I'll tell them to listen and to be aware of the things that they're doing. Awareness, self-awareness is the biggest thing. I realized too. Being aware that decisions I'm making and things that I do, who I hang around, who I deal with, what type of things that I accept from people, just your energy. It's just like a lot of little things like that I would definitely explain to them to have them be in a better headspace, because your mental is gonna be just as important as your physical.
All right. Tell me, man. Now, you know, we all from different areas, man. But tell me how it is living in Cleveland, because I'm from Cleveland, guys. If you already know that, living in Cleveland compared to living in Atlanta, like give me 2 or 3 distinctive differences, good and bad, of situations from Cleveland to Atlanta.
In Cleveland, it's so small. It's big, but it's small. Whereas everybody know everybody, so it's just like, you know, if everybody know everybody, but ain't nobody doing nothing, it ain't nothing to really feed off each other's energy on to get nowhere. In Atlanta, you have so many people you can network with, collab with. So many places you can go to be around the right places and right people. I feel like that's a big thing where it comes to depending on your whatever your field, your profession is gonna be. That's one thing. Um, yeah, just life itself too. Like it's just small there. It's big here. It's more opportunity there. No. Um, growing up in Cleveland for the little bit of time that I was there early on, I didn't see as much as I seen as I got older and really understanding like it was people I was gonna grow up with that really ain't got much chance to get out of Cleveland, ain't got much
Wow.
chance to do stuff.
Wow.
When I see some of the people now when I go to Cleveland, I actually had a friend that just get out of jail real quick. He just got out of jail. He did like I couldn't even tell you like a good amount of years, 6, 7, good amount.
Yeah.
Probably the time we graduated. He got out and we had to talk and he literally told me, he's like, bro, I knew since I was like 10 years old, I was gonna end up in jail in the future.
Damn.
He knew that from ever because his surroundings, his environment. And I was lucky, like I moved from a certain environment to another certain environment. It wasn't super bad, but it was just like I still was getting a taste of it, but I also had a taste of a better living. A little bit more, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
opportunity.
What about the food though? What about the food though? Compared to Atlanta to Cleveland, what about the food? What about the food though, man?
It's so much food in Atlanta. It's so much food in Atlanta to choose from. I ain't gonna lie. Cleveland is big on like corned beef sandwiches. I ain't the biggest person on corned beef.
Okay.
When I go to Cleveland, I ain't eat the corned beef crazy, but I would just say, yeah, Cleveland have its thing. Like, you know, this is what we hear in Atlanta. It's so many different cultures and stuff. It's so much different type of food. It's hard to really choose what I like down here because there's so much to go to and try.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about let's talk about mistakes, man. Like I want you to talk about some mistakes that you made in life, man, that can help a young man with what he's going through. To talk about something in your past that you like, man, you wish you can get back, or you wish you wouldn't have did, and if you did this, maybe something would have turned out better. Like, talk about that a little bit.
Back to the impatience thing. Me being impulsive. When you're being impulsive, based off of your feelings, you gonna end up in places or situations you don't want to be in because you're showing emotions or you're showing your feelings. Some things is not personal. Some things are business, or some things are other things. But sometimes when you being impulsive about stuff, you end up in places you don't want to be. I was impulsive in my sophomore year to move back to Cleveland. When I moved back to Cleveland, couldn't play baseball that year, couldn't play football that year. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go back to Atlanta, being impulsive. That didn't help the situation. End up not being able to play sports my junior year. Being impulsive again, went back to Cleveland, thinking it was gonna do something. Still wasn't able to play sports. So
Wow.
my last 3 years of high school, I did not play sports at all. So just being impulsive, I would say that was the biggest thing. I wish I would have thought about all my decisions. I made a lot of decisions where I should have did this instead of that. I missed out on opportunities because I was thinking outside of responsibility or priority. I would say priority. Chasing girls at the wrong time when I should have been at studio sessions. Things like that. So I would just say being impulsive and just be self-aware of what you got going on and making just,
Making good decisions.
making good decisions.
Man.
Really
I
the
think,
best thing I did make the best
right,
decisions.
right. And so yeah, man. And I think a lot of times, a lot of young men, they don't realize that, man, until it's too late. Like, you're okay because you still doing good, but a lot of men don't get a chance to make that second chance, though. I mean,
Yeah,
get a chance to make that, like, and one of my friends always tells me, he says, Derek, some mistakes you make, you don't even get a second chance to recover from that mistake.
Yeah, I feel like that about a lot of things. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I still feel it to this day, even though I'm doing.
Yeah, some opportunities that come by that we miss on, like, you don't get that blessing back. Like, they don't come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, and I think kids need to understand that certain blessings, certain things you do not get an opportunity to make up for.
And it's gonna hurt when you think about it years later.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, even me myself, man, like, me playing in the NFL and me getting cut from Seattle Seahawks, like, it hurts to this day because the guy behind me made over, think in his career, made like $20 million. That was my money, but because of what I did, but and it's like Attitude is everything. I tell everybody, man, attitude is everything. Good is the enemy of great. Like, that's my motto. Good is the enemy of great. Good is the enemy of great. Like, don't be good. Be great. Don't be good. Be great. Good is the enemy. Think about the enemy of something, y'all. Yeah. So, like, I think a lot of times, man, we're good. People are good in a situation. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. But you're not great. Yeah. So you're satisfied with being good when greatness is right here. And you almost there, but I'm good, and it's like that right there, and just having a good attitude, man. I think that's my motto, man. That attitude is everything, because
Attitude determines your altitude. Ever since you said that, I always remember that, like having a good attitude. That's another thing I would tell youngest. Have a good attitude towards things, because the attitude will mess up relationships, will mess up opportunities, just everything. The attitude is the biggest thing. It's really gonna determine how far you go up.
Yeah. No. Seriously, I got that from Dennis said it all the time, man. My business partner, and when I thought about it, I thought about all my situations where it didn't go right, and it was because of my attitude. Mm-hmm. Like when you really think about it, yeah. you think about the situations that don't go right, it's because it's emotions and attitude, and those can be intertwined, or they can be. But emotions and attitude are the reason why 99% of people are in jail right now. Because they made an emotional decision, yeah, or they had a bad attitude about something and it didn't work out. And that, to me, man, that's so important, man. I think or if I could tell my younger self that, I would say, Derek, control your emotions and watch your attitude at all times. And I learned that later. And I'm blessed now, but I wish I'd have known that, because I heard that, yeah, I heard that statement from my high school coach all the time, but I didn't learn the lesson until I got cut, and then I got fired. So it's like, now I know that lesson.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, guys, hey man, thank y'all, man. This segment, man, was brought to you by